My name's Pete Roelofsen. I'm married, 2 kids. I ended up had a workplace accident. One of those days you can't forget because it's life-changing. It was June 13th, 1988. I worked for a large utility company, sometimes tough to talk about, but up in a bucket truck, and I just got caught between a phase and a ground, and it just ended up just kind of burnt both arms off. I started playing pickleball probably about 6 years ago. It was kind of just a lark at our condo. Somebody had said something about pickleball. My wife and I went out there. They had a couple of rackets. We had put them on. The first time I actually tried it, I actually just gripped the paddle and then I just wrapped it with duct tape. And that was the start of pickleball. So what I have actually on is my normal harness. This is kind of like an everyday harness. To play pickleball, there's a couple little things involved. And I have to take the cable out. So that comes out. I kind of just put the paddle in the right position to be able to hit the ball. So just kind of put it in and pop it in place, and then it's ready to go. Well, as far as the development of my pickleball game, like I said, I played back at our condo where I was first introduced to it. And at that point, we didn't really follow up with it right away. Yeah, because it was kind of a pain putting the apparatus on with duct tape. So we kind of didn't really play for about a year. I regret that now. But then afterwards, kind of came back to it. And then with my nephew, who's pretty ingenuitive, his name's Dave, we kind of developed the first model. And since then, we probably had about 4 or 5 revisions. And this actually works out pretty good. And I'm not really at a big disadvantage to anybody else. Obviously, I don't have a wrist. Overhead smashes are a little bit tougher, but as far as dinking goes and drop shots, I'm, I'm not really at a big disadvantage for anybody else. Pickleball, it's a wiffle ball, obviously very light, lighter than a tennis ball, and the pickleball racket is a lot lighter. It doesn't hurt my arm in it, so it works out quite well for me. Pickleball is different than any other sport. It's a really social, community-oriented sport. Everybody's very welcome. I was just thinking of an example, like 3 weeks ago I was playing with another gentleman I didn't know, kind of met him for the first day. We're playing away, and we're probably in the 60 age range, and we had a couple come up to us, and they were like in their 20s. They asked us if we wanted to play. I don't know any other sport that you'd ever get something like that, where some 20-year-olds would want to mix in with some 60-year-olds. And I think the reason they wanted to mix in because they saw the 60-year-olds could play the game. And it kind of brought their game up, and that's the pickleball community, that everybody's welcome. It's usually where I play, it's kind of like everybody just kind of puts their paddles in a rack and it's next up. So you're playing with great players, you're playing with marginal players, but it's always the better players are trying to help the new players, because everybody of course starts at that point and then move up from there. I think pickleball, is, as far as it's affected my life, is when I retired, of course, there was a gap. And at that point, really, that's when the pickleball kind of really fired up for me. Not many things that you can all of a sudden start up and then go play 2-3 hours with people you've never known before. So it's like meeting new people. It's getting a great workout, because I always did like to work out. I did a lot of running in my day, but I can't say I really liked running. But I have to say I love pickleball. I can play 2-3 hours, and it seems like it's just like maybe half an hour I've been out there. So the thing about pickleball that's different from a lot of other sports is that whether you're single or if you're married or in a relationship, quite often people come out to play together with their spouse or their partner. If you come out like on a day like today, it's open play. You might be playing with your spouse. Next game you might be playing with somebody you don't know. But you can go together as a couple. It's a great outing as a couple as well. And pickleball is one of those sports that you may play for the very first time and you think, oh, I'm not very good. You go back the next time and you say, boy, I got a lot better. Find something and stick with it. Sometimes it's not always easy. Sometimes it doesn't come really easy for people. But if you work at things, practice at things, you'll get better at them. Yeah, as far as people with disabilities, or I should say maybe not even disabilities, but just things that you think might hold you back in life, is that, regardless if it's pickleball or anything else in life, it's important to, focus on what you can do, not what you can't do. I think if you focus on what you can't do, that's probably exactly what you'll do. You won't do anything.